JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. And let's sign on. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. And let's sign on. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success.
Hello, it's Johnny here again with JohnnyEcab, aka John Mills. Wanted to drop a line with and let you guys know about this new fuel card driver rewards program. Well, it's not new, but it's new to a lot of drivers that have signed up after the first 30 days. They'll be offered this. It's a nice program. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up, and they give you $100 on a fuel card and a discount every time you use it. It's okay, and I've used it a fair amount. That's why a lot of my dollar amounts that I have posted online have the fuel already deducted. It's because they've already deducted that using that fuel card. However, there are some inconsistencies with it and some problems. I can't sign on to pay it anytime I want. I don't know how much of a percentage discount I'm getting from which station, and I can't control when they do take the money. Sometimes they take it out within every couple of days pretty consistently, then all of a sudden they'll wait. Like now they had a problem and it's been over a week. It could be the very next day, and there's just no consistency to it, and that makes it very difficult for me to plan. So what I've done is I've gone back to basics, gone back to I like Speedway. Speedway's nationwide, and they have this really cool fuel card that I can load up with as much money as I want and then use it at any pump, day, night. They can be closed. They have a nice system where you can just use a credit card to swipe, and it doesn't put an extra charge on my credit card like Shell does. If I go to a Shell station and use my credit card, they take $75 out no matter how much I'm going to put in, and then they take the charge out for my fuel, and then they refund my $75, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt to be looking at that and try to match all those numbers up and wait for that $75. They have actually waited a day before I've received that back. So I just don't like fooling with all that. And I like the cash card, not just because the convenience, but also because I get a discount at the pump of 3 cents to the gallon. Into that, I use my membership rewards card and I get points. Sometimes they even have point programs where if you sign up, you get, for that month, you get extra points for fuel fill up. And are you buying waters? Well, during the summer months anyway, they carry Dasani, and they carry it at the same price as anyone else. And if that's the water you use, you're going to get points every time you buy. Anything else that you buy that you would normally pick up, if it's a good price, you know, they have coffee. If you buy coffee, you know, whatever, you get points on that. So it's kind of a nice rewards program, and it's convenient, easy to use. And they have speedway.com where you can always check your points. They have an app that you can download. I'm not trying to advertise for Speedway. I'm a very loyal customer, and I really love what they've done, and it's made it real easy for me. Now let's talk about budgeting. I budget my fuel by buying $30, taking $30 and loading it on that card every single day. I drive a little further than most drivers probably. Love to hear, drop me a line below exactly how far you drive to get your starting point. I go 67 miles, and it doesn't matter whether I'm starting in Bloomington, whether I'm starting in Indianapolis. I have a point at both spots that are is almost identically 67 miles away. So it's really perfect for me, and I have a point picked out in Cincinnati, which is just about 65 miles from my house. So no matter where I go, I'm looking at 65 miles at least. So I'd love to hear how far you go to get started. So I put $30 on there every day. I only use between 16 and 21 right now with fuel prices in Indiana. I think it was like 206 is the last time, it was yesterday's. So you may be paying more for fuel, maybe paying less. I'd like to hear that too. Go ahead and drop me a line. But I like the surplus. So every day I'm building this surplus. Once I get up to about $200, $250 surplus, I will probably adjust how much I load on that card every single day. But then, I mean, you're always going to use fuel. So, you know, what's the harm in having that on there, I see none, because they're a nationwide company. And I think it's a huge advantage, because now I am in complete control over where my money is. Now I can't write off, so you can't write off putting money on a gift card. You can only write it off once you actually make a purchase. So if you do the gift card thing, which I do recommend, and it's not really a gift card, it's a fuel card. So make sure you get the right one. Ask them which one takes money off of at the pump, because there's one that's good for fuel and merchandise, and you get extra points for it. But you don't want that one. You want the one that takes points off at the pump, because a majority of the time you're just going to be buying gas. So that's the one that I use. And as you go to write it off in your taxes, what you want to do is you want a log of what you purchased to put on the fuel card, but you want a log showing what you actually spent on fuel. So every time you spend it at the pump, you want to get a different receipt for the gas itself, because the gas is going to be a write-off where the gift card or the fuel card purchase is not, because you still have the money. So as far as QuickBooks goes, you want to do the same thing. You want to make an entry showing that you've purchased the gift card, and maybe create an account just for the gift card, and then make the gas purchases go against that gift card total. That way you also are in control and understand where every penny of your money is at all times. So I love it. Let me know what you think. I'd like to know anything different that you guys may be doing, and what you think of this. And thanks again for watching. This is Johnny signing off. One more note that I forgot to mention about buying your fuel at Speedway is, unlike some of these other companies, they do not have an additive in their fuel, which is both good and bad. Most of the newer vehicles are fuel injected. I'm sure yours probably is. Mine is. And there's no additive to keep that clean. Now, on one perspective is you're getting pure gas, which is more expensive than the additive. So these other companies that are marking their prices up, yet including additives, are actually giving you watered down gas. I mean, it's watered down with an additive that's helpful, but at the same time, it really should be just a little bit less than Speedway. So, but anyway, you're getting pure gas, so it's worth the price. Now, I buy an STP fuel injector cleaner every other fill up and throw that in there. That also is loggable, and you can write that off. So I just wanted to go ahead and throw that note in there. Again, look forward to seeing you next video. Thanks again for watching.
JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. Uber and Lyft, sign on. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. Uber and Lyft, sign on. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. Uber and Lyft, sign on driver bonus. Uber code VTWMZUE, free rides. Lyft code JohnnyEcab. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. JohnnyEcab, the rideshare entrepreneur. JohnnyEcab.com. Uber code VTWMZUE. Lyft code JohnnyEcab. Driver sign on bonus, free rides. Sign up for free rides. Sign up for big driver sign on bonus. JohnnyEcab. Uber code VTWMZUE. JohnnyEcab.com. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. Uber and Lyft, sign on. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. Uber and Lyft, sign on. JohnnyEcab, rideshare entrepreneur, bridge to success. Uber and Lyft, sign on driver bonus. Uber code VTWMZUE.